Hey guys and gals, what's up? This is video 8 of my video game dev vlog video series, and got some cool stuff to show. So this video is going to be sort of a reintroduction to the video series and the project. Um, so this project is a game I've been working on for at least 2.5 years, and I have decided 8 days ago that I will have 90 days to finish it. And I'm going to work as hard as I can during those 90 days to finish it. And I believe it'll actually end up pretty decent from the progress I've seen this last week. And I intend to upload a video every day. So the quality of the videos might not be great. I'm not going to do some, crazy fancy editing, and I might ramble and I might go through the map trying to find something, but you'll see it all raw, uh, just as a warning. So it's not quality per time. It's quantity, and but that's what it is for a daily series, and it'll really keep me motivated if I know people are following my daily work, and they'll see when I'm slacking. They'll see when I'm making bad decisions. So I can't just put it off like, oh, no one's gonna notice if I mess this up, or I'm lazy on this. So it's really good for me, productivity wise, while I'm in this sort of cram phase, and I think it'll be a nice uh, documentary, if you will, on the last stages of this before I release something. And it might not be a full release. It might be a sort of a green light ish release, or what's it called, the non-final release, the whatever, incomplete game release, unfinished game. Yeah. So let's see. All right. So after that word salad where I got confused, so this, yeah, and um, I'm, if you guys have suggestions or reactions to this, that really helps me. Just random thoughts, and of course I have a good idea of what I'm doing, but there's often these little things I miss, or some interesting idea that's easy to do that would say, hey, I could actually do that. Wouldn't take much time. So yeah, it'll be a little bit interactive in some ways. And all right, so let's get showing off these features. Sorry, it's been a long day, and I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but hey, you know what? That's just the totally raw nature of this video series. All right, you're not gonna find professional pre-written script here. It's all off the cuff. This is real life right here. This video series. We got some chunk loading. They're slow the first time. They're a bit better the next times. All right, so the update I have for today in the actual, hey, this is what I did yesterday. Well, yesterday and today, once I get out of here. First, these are the spheres in the game, and they are right now the areas where enemies will mainly spawn. So let me get the hell over to one. And you'll just have to bear with me. Sorry about that. Also note my computer isn't a beast, so I imagine on better computers the chunk loading will not be as noticeable. Alright, here we are. So we have enemies that are going to spawn, and there they are. These things explode near you, and these things shoot at you, obviously. And when the area is red, that means you cannot escape it, and so if I re-enter it, it'll turn red for 8 seconds, I think. So shoot these things, eventually kill them. You will take damage, but you have a lot of health. I have this ugly looking gun. It's like an AoE. And while I stay in this area, it actually looks kind of cool with the blue fog effect there. When I stay in this area, they'll just keep spawning. If I leave the area, that's just the temporary spawn animation. When I leave the area, they will stay in there. They won't despawn. So the new thing I have is a nice, hang on, did I activate it? Oh yeah, a nice little sniper mode. So, boom, boom. I tried to emulate the speed of sound with these explosions. So, come on. And this gun, unlike the other guns, can hit, or unlike the other lasers, can hit multiple enemies at once. So, it's nice. It's pretty fun, actually. I tweaked the sort of the gun recoil stages, and when you're so let's see, to explain it in detail. And again, this gun didn't exist yesterday, so it's a good. I'm pretty happy with that day's work. So when you left click, it puts you into scope mode, and you go at 50% speed, even falling for gravity. And when you hold down left click, it charges it, and it could be slower. I think it'll be slower in the end. And obviously you're not moving, so when you let go, you start moving again, and it'll push you in a random direction, which is kind of hard to tell because of the zooming. I guess there's a max distance. Oh hey. So it's pretty neat. It adds a nice new dynamic to the game. Dun, dun, dun. All right, you get the point. It's fun. It's actually I'm legit having fun right now. At least some small amount of fun, knowing that these fuckers can't do damage to me. All right, and just to show off the other mode, I have a little floaty mode, and that makes it so you don't have to jump over rough terrain. All right, so let's find a nice, safe place and talk about the actual plans for the game in the long term. Long term being 90 days. Come on, actually, what I'll do is I'll just let enemies kill me so I go back to spawn. Alright, let me make it less ugly. What are we doing? Alright. Have your way with me, enemies. And these yeah, those cylinders, they're just kind of put in there to be neat, but they're not really useful right now. Later, that does denote the center of the sphere, so that'll be a sort of node that we can use for gameplay. Alright, I'm dying way too slowly. Come on. Take care of me. There we go. Dead. Alright. I did that because I want to be in an area where I can just kind of dig. Because digging's nice. Get back to normal mode. So obviously, you can edit the world. Right click is dig, and left click is place blocks. And there'll be different ways to do that, and this is more the late game mode of editing. It'll be more complex, and there'll be material types, etc., etc. I do have lighting. Let me show that off a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. So blue, green. It's really bright here. Okay, blue, green, red. With a better. Oops, I didn't mean to use that. With a darker material, it won't look as washed out. What's going on? Where's my new materials? That's a little better, but not what I really need. Okay, edge. Actually, this is how we do it. Just to once again, ooh, the lighting is more on the edges. Okay, so this material is kind of dark and it doesn't light up that well. There we go. So lighting can be pretty, and I'm sure there'll be good reason to light up your base, and there'll be darker areas. Hello. Okay. Obviously, when it places a light, the UI screws up. Whatever. So, right now, and yeah, some of these are not going to be there, but these are should have labeled them weapons. I think cooldowns, passives, which can make you invulnerable, increase your move speed. I might already have that. Which one is this one? Oh, yeah, they're both the same. Invulnerable, whatever. Just the start of actual gear that you can wear. So there will be. All right. So let's talk about the game itself. So these spheres spawn as you move through the map. So it'll continuously generate, and there'll be different types of spheres. And what's cool is when you're in a sphere, it can lock your weapon and movement mode to whatever it wants. And I'm not sure how often that'll be done, but that'll at least be something to experiment with. Um, you'll have reason to go out and kill enemies within a certain sphere, and it'll have certain upgrades that after a certain amount of kills in a sphere, you can upgrade the node to give you a buff that could potentially be radial buff, or allow you, or kind of stick with you so you can go to other spheres. And there'll be also combat in the map, but it'll be a little bit different in that when you clear it out, um, let's see, actually let me show you. So these pink things, these stupid pink things, are going to turn into turrets, and they're just placed in the map along the walls, and it's kind of hard to hit when they're in that spot. So when you kill it, it will not respawn again. So every time a chunk is generated, it initializes these, and you'll have to deal with these as you move through the map. It won't be easy at first, but when you kill them, they're dead, and then you have to worry about it again. So let me go back to my cozy space. All right, so yeah, you'll go out here, and you will also unlock resource nodes, and they will output resources at a certain rate, and you bring them back to your base, and there'll be some sort of automation, manufacturing, whatever, to give you ammo and upgrades and all that. So there'll be reason to move around, build a base and move out in the world to certain spheres. And certain spheres could show that they have an event going on where you need to defend it, and what difficulty it is. So there's a lot that can be done with these spheres, and there can be a lot of experimental stuff done because there's certain weapons and modes that might be overpowered in the main game, so but they're still interesting to try and use. So I'd really like to have some of these spheres be more experimental and just fun stuff. So we'll get to that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You're just that's the core of the game, is you're gonna go around killing enemies in these spheres mostly, and clearing out the map so you can travel around. You may have helpers that help you out more so in the open world than in the spheres, and then there'll be a sort of progression for how far you can go, and there'll be for collecting resources from these nodes. There may be vehicles that you have to take to and from the spheres, so to handle the larger amounts of resources, or later types of resources. And yeah, and then I think that's pretty much all I need to talk about this time. So yeah, and if I didn't mention it, I think I already mentioned it. The video series will generally have updates in the beginning, and thoughts and design ideas, and just things I'm thinking about in the later part of the update. So if you want just to see the raw progress, then you need only watch the first couple minutes of a video, and this will probably be longer than most of the videos. And the first couple minutes will be the important part, and later it'll just be me chatting it up as much as I care to that particular day. So every day, 90 days, and we're gonna make a game, and I really appreciate anyone who follows it and is interested. I think there's some cool potential here, and I really want to bring it out, because right now it's interesting, but it's not something you want to play for more than whatever. It doesn't keep you engaged in the long term. So that's the goal. Well, there's many goals, but that's one way to put the goal. So, all right, enough babbling. Thanks for watching, guys, and just gonna go kill an enemy just to show them that I'm the alpha entity in this game. Red is so spooky. Come on. There we go. Wait, I have to use a new mode. And it needs sound effects, obviously. I need to aim better. Or maybe these are too far away. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay. I was in the wrong movement mode, so it didn't lock my position like it normally does. Okay. There we go. I don't want to be pushed back here. But I am. So yeah, that's what we got so far, guys. Tune in tomorrow, and we'll have some more stuff. All right, I'm gonna go. It's 8 p.m. I'm gonna go to the coffee shop for an hour and make some enemies. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow.